Gorilla Tag ghosts are only as scary as their music. Almost every Gorilla Tag ghost has a song. Sometimes it's how they're even identified. But some of these songs have very dark meanings that you don't see at first glance. So today, I'm going to dive extremely deep into 4 of these Gorilla Tag ghost songs to find their deeper meaning. First is Tiptoe Through the Tulips with Me. This song was originally released on May 6, 1929 by Nick Lucas. It gained popularity when the song was featured in the musical film Gold Diggers of Broadway later that same year. It was a huge success, securing #1 on the US charts for an astounding 10 weeks that year. Many covers were released over the years, but none of them could compare to Tiny Tim's cover. Released in 1968, Tiny Tim released his cover of Tiptoe Through the Tulips with Me on his debut album, God Bless Tiny Tim. It was extremely popular and sold over 200,000 copies. Now, this song itself doesn't have any disturbing secrets, but it mostly is compared to what happened to Tiny Tim after the song was released that makes this song terrifying. You see, a few years later, Tiny Tim got married and had a kid named Tulip. Of course, naming her after his most popular song. His life was great, but around the early 70s, he died down in relevance, and the bills weren't getting paid. Festivals stopped inviting him, and talk shows didn't want him on. Fun fact, Tiny Tim actually joined the circus for a whole 36 weeks just to keep the roof over his head. During the 90s, he gained relevance again. In September of 1996, he was performing at a ukulele festival in Massachusetts, but suffered from a heart attack on stage while performing Tiptoe Through the Tulips with Me and died shortly after. Next up is A1 It's Just a Burning Memory by Waylon James Kirby, or more commonly known as The Caretaker. This chilling song was released on December 1st, 2023, along with a whole series called Everywhere at the End of Time. With 6 albums, or stages as they're called, each track sounds like an old classical song, but with extremely off-putting and uncomfortable feelings. The fact that makes this the most terrifying is The Caretaker's work is all about memory and how slowly it decays, along with the added themes of nostalgia and melancholy. The nightmare fuel that is Everywhere at the End of Time series starts with the most well-known one, and the one that we're diving into right now, and it ends with R1, Stage 6, Place in the World Fades Away. That's some horrifying stuff. If you are enjoying the video so far, please subscribe. This has taken almost 4 months to fully script, edit, and design the thumbnail for. I've made a Spotify playlist of all these songs for whatever you need them for, whether it be ghost trolling or just to put on your Halloween playlist. Just be warned though, because these do get darker from here. Next up is Run Rabbit Run. Originally made by the comedy duo Flanagan and Allen, all the way back in 1931. This song still sends chills down my spine. This song is about a rabbit who has to avoid a hunter with a gun, which is dark, but you have to remember this song was meant to be comedic and not actually taken seriously. But when social media got a hold of this song, they heavily changed the meaning. And last, but definitely not least, Daisy Bell. Originally made back in 1894 by Edward M. Favor, this song sounds absolutely terrifying. But in 1961, the song became more terrifying. In 1961, the programmers Max Matthews and John Kelly decided to show off the IBM 7094's capabilities by using Daisy Bell. Now, that's not that big of an accomplishment in 2025, but that was the first computer to ever sing. So when that was released, let's just say it was a big deal. Fast forward almost 60 years, and Gorilla Tag was made, and Daisy 09 was made with this song being the inspiration for the character. That's all for me. Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out that Spotify playlist. It will be linked in the description and the pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.